Your first meeting happened on a Sunday. Sunlight pooling across a kitchen floor that smelled like cardamom and coffee. You rehearsed your hello 3 times while the kettle sang and a clock ticked too loudly. Then the door opened and love grew a wider circle. This is building trust with partner's family in multicultural relationships, one respectful gesture at a time. Trust rarely arrives with a grand speech. It arrives in tiny proof points: how you greet, what you notice, when you offer help without being asked. Some families read trust as steadiness and humility. Others read it as warmth and initiative. Welcome to Whispered Hearts. English, where we turn big feelings into calm, practical steps. Tonight we'll learn the values that sit beneath different customs, the small actions that matter most, and the follow-through that turns a nice first impression into a real relationship. You don't have to be perfect. You do have to be consistent. Culture teaches what respect looks like before we have words for it. In some homes, you wait for elders to sit before you do. In others, you jump in to pass plates and make the room lighter. Some families trust directness. Others trust gentleness that leaves room for people to save face. Which language does your partner's family speak when it comes to respect? But there's something even quieter guiding first meetings. Trust is often less about what you say than about how predictable you are. People relax when your hello matches your goodbye, and your promise matches your follow-up. If predictability is love in their language, how could you show it this week? Start with the greeting. Ask your partner ahead of time if hugs are welcome, if a handshake is right, or if a bow or cheek kiss fits their family rhythm. Learn and practice key names with correct pronunciation. If shoes come off at the door, make that move without being told. It says, "I pay attention." Arrive a few minutes early with your calm on. Bring a small gift that travels well across preferences: fresh fruit, a bakery dessert, a plant, or coffee beans. Keep alcohol or fragrance-heavy gifts for later unless you know they're appropriate. Add a short note that names your gratitude for the invitation. Conversation doesn't need to be clever to be kind. Ask for family stories. What dish shows up at every celebration? Who taught you how to make this? What was your neighborhood like growing up? People trust the ones who ask about their world and then stay to hear the answer. What question would bring their eyes to life? When you're seated, watch the flow of the table. Do dishes move clockwise? Do elders serve first? Is there a toast or blessing? Mirroring the room is a form of listening that requires no words. It tells the family, "Your ways matter in my presence." If you are unsure about dietary customs, ask your partner privately before the visit. Some homes avoid certain foods or alcohol. Others center hospitality with abundant servings. If you're comfortably full, honor the effort with a truthful kindness. "This is wonderful. I'm full now. Could I take a little to enjoy tomorrow?" Respect and honesty can live in the same sentence. Trust deepens when you choose safety over performance. If you don't know a word in their language, say the version you practiced and smile. Then ask, "Did I get close?" Most families will cheer the effort. They'll teach you the vowel again, and you'll both laugh without losing face. But there's a curiosity spike that can change how you try. What if earning trust isn't about impressing anyone? What if it's about making your partner look cherished in front of their people? When you brag on your partner's kindness or persistence, you show the family what kind of home you're building together. The first visit ends, but trust doesn't. Send a thank you text the same day with one specific detail you loved. "Your soup tasted like a story. Thank you for sharing it with me." If you snapped a group photo, offer to print and mail a copy. A week later, follow up with a small update. Tried that recipe? Nailed it on the second try. Consistency turns approval into affection. Not every moment will glide. Maybe you mispronounce a name, or your joke arrives in the wrong style. Picture a crisp winter evening, coats on a hallway rack, a heater clicking steady. You say, "I got that wrong. I'm sorry. Will you show me the right way so I can do better next time?" Then repeat what you learned. Repair builds more trust than pretending nothing happened. In many families, hospitality is a shared project. Offer to clear plates, carry dishes, or sweep the porch after everyone leaves. If they decline, ask again, once. Then stay present and attentive. Some rooms will test whether your help is sincere or performative. Your calm will answer for you. But there's something even quieter holding love together after that first hello. Trust needs a rhythm. Create a pre-visit huddle with your partner in the driveway or on a stoop under summer evening warmth. What matters most tonight? Any words I should know? How do we signal each other if one of us needs backup? A 15-second plan steadies a 2-hour visit. Language can be a bridge you carry in your pocket. Learn 3 phrases in their tongue: a greeting, a thank you, and a compliment for the meal or home. Say them at natural moments, not all at once. Even a careful, simple delivery can soften a room that isn't sure about you yet. Gift etiquette grows more meaningful when you personalize it. Bring something small that nods to their tradition or memory. A pastry from their favorite bakery, tea that tastes like home, a book of local photos if they love their city. Add a handwritten note with the correct honorifics or titles they prefer. The card may be saved long after the berries are gone. If a sensitive topic arises, politics, painful history, or family disputes, practice graceful exits. That's important. I'm still learning and listening. Then redirect to a story or shared value. Could you tell me about your favorite holiday tradition? Trust grows when you keep rooms gentle without shutting people down. Some families value formality. Address elders by the titles your partner's family uses, not first names, unless you're invited to do otherwise. Dress 1 notch more polished than you think you need to be. Soft colors and tidy lines signal that you're here to respect the space, not to center yourself in it. But there's something even quieter that earns long-term respect. Show your partner care in view of their family. Offer your arm to steady a step down. Pour them water before your own. Celebrate their story without turning it into yours. Elders notice. Their trust often follows that tenderness. After the first few visits, keep trust in motion. Send updates that include the family, not just the 2 of you. We tried your festival recipe. The kitchen smelled like spring rain. We went by that park you mentioned. The autumn leaves looked like confetti. You're letting them see their influence in your life. Mark important days on your calendar. Birthdays, name days, memorial dates, exam weeks, surgery recoveries. A short message or a porch drop-off with soup or flowers says, "I remember." You don't need grand gestures. You need thoughtful timing. If you live far away, build a follow-up rhythm. Monthly video calls where you ask for 1 story from the family archive. A photo swap Friday, where you send 2 pictures from your week. A shared playlist with 3 songs they love and 3 songs you think they'll love now. Distance doesn't have to drain trust. It can deepen it when you keep showing up. What if a boundary gets crossed? A relative questions your choices in front of everyone, or pushes a line you've already clarified. Breathe. Thank the care. Then set the fence kindly. We appreciate how much you want the best for us. We've chosen a different path for now, and we'll keep you posted. Follow with a warm action, refill their tea, ask for a story, so the relationship doesn't freeze. But there's something even quieter that makes future visits easier. Debrief in the car while the neighborhood settles and a dog barks twice down the block. What felt good? Where did it wobble? What's one thing we'll try different next time? You aren't scoring the family. You're tuning your team. Conversation starters can become trust shortcuts. Try, what do you hope our home will feel like? What did your parents do that you still carry? What was the best advice you ever ignored and were glad you did? People trust those who ask for wisdom without turning it into a test. When the family invites you into their kitchen, accept. Wash your hands. Ask for the small job. Stirring, chopping, tasting the sauce for salt. Compliment what's true. The spices wake up at the end. The noodles taste like a story. Food is often the most fluent language in any house. If gifts keep arriving and the living room turns into a warehouse, honor the intent and shape the practice. Your generosity is a blessing. Could we shift to one gift and one experience each season? We treasure the time together most. You said yes to their heart and no to the overwhelm. Midway through, hear this assurance from whispered hearts. English. You are not failing because you feel nervous. You are not ungrateful because you need a boundary. This channel is your soft landing as you learn to be gracious and firm at the same time. Consistency is the quiet engine of trust. Keep your word, especially in small things. Arrival times, callbacks, recipes you said you'd try. If you need to adjust, say so early and kindly. Running 10 minutes behind, bringing the salad and the story you asked for. People trust what they can predict. Learn the family's honor moments. Some homes value public appreciation, others prefer private thanks. Ask your partner which lands best. A short toast at dinner that names an elder's effort can echo for months. A note slipped under a teacup can do the same in a quieter room. If a misunderstanding grows roots, bring it into daylight. I felt small when I was corrected in front of everyone. I know it wasn't meant to sting. Next time, could we talk in the kitchen first? Offer a path forward, and then walk it. Trust doesn't mean never stumbling. It means helping each other up. Seasonal gestures make relationships feel lived in. In spring, drop off herbs for their window box, with a tag in both languages. In summer, save them a seat in the shade at the neighborhood concert and share cold lemonade. In autumn, send a photo of your first soup of the season with a thank you for the recipe. In crisp winter air, shovel the small path to their porch or warm the car while they look for gloves. Ask how to show respect at family milestones, weddings, funerals, births, graduations. Some moments have specific greetings, gestures, or attire. Learn them ahead of time and follow your partner's lead. Showing up correctly for sacred moments builds deep credit in any culture. When humor enters the room, learn its edges. Laugh with, never at. If you're unsure whether a joke travels well, choose warmth over wit. Later, ask your partner for the humor map. Families tend to guard what they've laughed through. It's love, packaged sideways. If you have children, or hope to, invite the family into roles that fit their gifts. A grandparent who tells stories can be your archive keeper. A cousin who plays guitar can lead lullaby nights. A sibling who loves numbers can be the homework hero. Everyone relaxes when they feel useful in a way that honors them. But there's something even quieter that forms a bridge you can cross in both directions. Tell elders how they've already mattered to you. Your welcome made me brave that first day. Your recipe carried us through a tough week. Appreciation keeps doors open longer than any argument ever could. When conflict spikes during a visit, step outside together for 90 seconds. The porch is cold. Your breath hangs like little clouds. Say, "I'm on your side." Here's how I suggest we answer. After that, let's change the subject to the festival next month. You agree, you re-enter, you execute. The room feels different because your unity is visible. Here's a small viewer prompt to hold on to as you watch. What's one thing that earned your partner's family's trust? Share it below. Someone is watching in a driveway right now, gathering courage for a first hello. If distance or schedules limit visits, trade consistency for intensity. 10 short messages over 10 weeks build more trust than one grand gesture no one can repeat. A postcard from your city, a voice note of a thank you in their language, a recipe photo with splashes and scribbles. These little echoes say, "You are in our life." Some families will protect you before they trust you. Let them. Show up for small needs, rides, tech support, carrying groceries. Protection becomes partnership when you stay useful without keeping score. The ledger that matters is love, not favors. When you disagree with a family norm, avoid ranking cultures. Different is a safer word than better. Try. Our approach is different, and it's working for us. Thank you for sharing your way with us so we can understand the heart behind it. You're building a bridge, not a debate stage. As months turn into seasons, you'll notice something shift. The handshake that began formal becomes a hug that lands like home. Your name is said with fondness and correct vowels. You're asked for your recipe, your story, your help setting the table. This is what trust sounds like when it arrives softly. If you're new here, whispered hearts. English is where nerves meet know-how without shame. We believe you can be deeply respectful and still be yourself. We practice the sentences that soften rooms and the actions that make families say, "We're glad you're here." As the night ends, the dishwasher hums like a train in the distance. You pull on your coat while a grandparent presses leftovers into your hands with a smile. The porch light throws warm circles on the walkway. Your partner squeezes your hand. You did fine. You'll do even better next time. The work is simple and holy. Learn, ask, help, follow through. Be kind in public and honest in private. Keep promises small and steady. Trust will recognize itself and sit down at your table. We'll close with this invitation and a promise. Tell us the gesture you'll try this week, pronouncing a name correctly, bringing a note with your gift, or learning the right hello. Someone will borrow your idea and breathe easier. That's how good rooms get built, one tiny proof point at a time. Trust is built one respectful gesture at a time. You can honor their customs, protect your values, and keep showing up until the welcome grows roots. That is the quiet strength of building trust with partners' family in multicultural relationships. And it's a song you can learn together.